Welcome to r/Am I the Butthole, where OP's mom steals almost all of his money. Am I the butthole for seeking a new bank account without telling my mom after a significant loss of money? A couple of years ago, I, a 19-year-old guy, received around $7,000 from my grandmother. I was looking to start college soon, and she wanted to put me in the right direction. I didn't work during high school because my parents wanted me to focus on school, which was paid off, as I graduated valedictorian of my class. Because of this, I never had access to my personal bank accounts. When I had enough cash and checks that I wanted to deposit, my mom would just deposit it into a joint savings account that she said belonged to me. Fast forward a year later, and I'm ready to open a checking account to pay for my own things. My mom comes with me and proposes to the bank employee that we just keep the joint savings account like it is. The employee obliges, and I finally have my own checking account. I check the savings account, and I only have $1,000 in it. My mom would often tell me that she needed to dip into it a little and that she would pay me back, so I would always let her. I had no idea it was this low. A few months later, my beloved 1999 Mercury Grand Marquis broke down for the last time. My mom's side of the family was very pushy about the idea of getting a new car. I was not, but I finally caved when I was told that I wouldn't have to pay the full monthly payments, which came out to about $900 a month. My grandmother and my dad gave me another generous sum of around $7,500 to get me started, and my other grandparents put around $3,000 down on the car. This month, I was informed that the $7,500 ran out, and I would need to start paying some again. I've been religiously searching for a job, combing all sorts of boards daily and getting plenty of interviews. However, because I didn't work in high school, I've found no luck. I've been door dashing, but aside from that, I have no source of income. I had to ask my mom for permission to use any of my money because she immediately put an embargo on my usage of my own money, saying it needed to be put towards the car. I transferred $200 out of my early shopping for going on dates before Valentine's Day. I checked my banking a few days ago, and all but $50 was gone from my account. I called and asked, and my mom told me that I needed to listen to her, that her word was final, and that I couldn't be trusted with my own money. She blew up at me for moving to live with my dad, and implied that I needed to pay all $900 per month towards the car. So, am I the butthole for seeking my own bank account? OP, putting aside the theft, which is bad enough as it is, every 19-year-old should have their own bank account anyways, even if your mom wasn't stealing from you. So go get your own bank account that your mom cannot access. She's saying that you can't be trusted with your money. Clearly, she can't be trusted with your money. Also, OP, you should really tell the rest of your family that your mom is literally stealing from you. Some people in the comments are saying that OP should go to the cops. However, this is a joint bank account, which means that the mom has full rights to any money in the bank account, so it's not legally speaking, even though morally it is stealing. Still, OP, I'm giving you 0 out of 5 buttholes. Am I the butthole for uninviting my sister to my 17th birthday party after she stole my prom dress and destroyed it? So, I have a younger sister, Bella, who's 15. The best way to describe her would be a brat, and a spoiled one at that. She gets whatever, whenever, wherever she wants. Good grades? New phone. She fails a test? Oh, she's just stressed. Let's get her ice cream to make her feel a wee bit better. Meanwhile, I have to work a part-time job at a cafe to buy my own things. My senior prom is coming up. I've been saving my tips for 3 to 4 months to buy this gorgeous silk vintage dress online. It costs $250 and a whole lot of nerves. It arrived last week and it was literally perfect. Having admired it, I put it into my closet so that Bella wouldn't get her chubby little fingers on it. Yesterday, I came home from school and saw Bella in the kitchen wearing my dress. She was making a stupid TikTok, the concept of which I actually never understood. Like, what's the benefit? You're basically being a clown in a digital circus. Whatever. So there she was, dressed in my prom dress, which I worked my butt off for, holding a milkshake in her hands or some purple juice. It wasn't my main focus at the moment. Before I could even scream, she spun around, tripped, and spilled the entire glass of that purple juice all over the front of my silk dress. It's ruined, completely and absolutely stained because of her stupid mania of making dumb TikToks. I screamed, like actually screamed. I started crying immediately. My mom ran in. She saw the dress and saw me crying. Instead of yelling at Bella, she told me to calm down. She said something along the lines of, "Hey, calm down, stop crying. Bella just wanted to look pretty. We can dry it out and wash it off. It wasn't her fault. Look, she's sad too about what happened." Bella wasn't sad. Or maybe she was a little bit. She was looking at her phone, tears swelling, while constantly tapping and swiping. The only thing that little brat was sad about is the ruined TikTok, I guess. I told them that Bella is banned from my birthday dinner this weekend. We're arranging to go to a nice sushi place with family where we usually go to big events because of the insane atmosphere. I said that I don't even want to look at her, nor talk to her. Like, that brat owes me $250 and an effing therapy session. I was saving up for this dress for like 4 months. My dad stepped in and said that I'm actually being the brat and that I was very vindictive and that this type of behavior is not appreciated in this family. Yeah, but taking other people's clothes without their consent and ruining them is, I guess. And that I can't exclude my sister from family because of some cloth. They said that if Bella can't come, they aren't paying for the dinner at all. I told them to cancel the dinner then because it wasn't just fabric to me. It was hours of hard work, sweat, and burnt out nerves. The worst thing is that Bella hasn't even considered apologizing. She just gives me a disgusting, smug look like I'm the one who ruined her dress over a stupid TikTok. So, yeah, it is what it is. At least I've got my dignity, right? Hopi, I am 1,000,000% on your side. However, I'm going to give you some painful advice here. You should stop saving your money for dresses and start saving money to move out. Because I'm guessing once you turn 18, things are going to go south quickly in your household. I'm giving you 0 out of 5 buttholes. I'm giving your sister and the rest of your family 2 out of 5 buttholes. Am I the butthole for ignoring our friend on our trip to Mexico? Last year around this time, my friends and I planned a trip to Cancun Dream Natura Resort and Spa. We all wanted to drink, eat, dance, and relax on the beach with no kids. I am the only one without kids, so I was really looking forward to spending time with just my friends to unwind. Every other trip before this was planned with kids. But this time, there'd be no early bedtimes, no crying, no screaming, no sand in our drinks because kids think it's funny to throw sand. 1 week before the trip, one of the friends said she was bringing her 10-year-old. This woman can never tell her kid no. We'd all warned her beforehand that if this happens, we weren't going to change anything. To say that I was annoyed was an understatement, lol, but I sucked it up. I still had 2 friends who were going child-free and had no intention of changing any plans. My 2 other friends and I drank. We ate amazing food. We danced all night and spent the day at the beach. The friend with the kid expressed her frustration about the rest of us doing what we wanted, and she couldn't. My response was pretty much, well, that sucks, but we're not going to change the entire point of this trip just because of your inability to tell your kid no. We invited her to do what we were doing multiple times, but her response was always, I can't, my kid wants to go do something else. So there was definitely tension between the 3 of us and her the entire trip. When we were making our long way back home, all 3 of us got a really nasty message from her fiancé, calling us bad friends and how dare we not revolve our entire trip around her and their kid. That she had a terrible time and it was our fault. I was like, pardon? That was pretty much the last straw for me. Now, I would never tell my friends how to parent their children, but their daughter is so nasty. She's so spoiled, and like I've stated earlier, has never been told no. So you can understand how entitled this child is. My other friends are a lot more reasonable when it comes to their children. Their children are polite, have a general understanding about boundaries, and they behave really well for 8 to 10-year-olds. My text back to him was pretty much, we made these plans a year in advance. Expecting us to be fine with the fact that you guys dropped it on us that your child was coming a week before we were leaving, and then expecting us to change everything and cancel all our plans because you guys can't tell your kid no is not fair to us at all. That's a you problem, not ours. I'd understand if something came up and she had no choice but to bring her kid. Stuff happens. People cancel. But that was not the case. Her fiancé was home the entire time. and her grandmother was looking forward to watching her granddaughter. But the kid freaked out about not being allowed to go on the trip, and they couldn't tell her no. Now, her and her fiance are super pissed. Were we in the wrong here? I think I can see where the entitled kid gets the entitlement from. The mother, obviously, and the father for that matter too, assuming the fiance who sent the text is also the father. I'm guessing that's the case. OP, you get 0 out of 5 buttholes. I'm giving your entitled friend 2 out of 5 buttholes. Am I the butthole for not playing dumb on a double date? I used to work with this girl, Chelsea, who would tell me that she always thought that I would be a good fit for her friend, Nicole. Every time she said this, it felt like she had no idea we've had this conversation before, and I was actively getting better at navigating the conversation. For example, I'd gone from, is she cute, to what do we have in common? And she had gone from rolling her eyes to tell me that we're both tall. Chelsea is very attractive, and her friends match, including this stereotypically very attractive tall blonde named Nicole. And I really wanted Chelsea to follow through with setting us up, but she never did while we worked together. Fast forward a few years and I run into her again. Chelsea is working at this high-end liquor store near my office, and I see her from time to time. She mentions Nicole again, says that we would be a great fit, and this time I really push for the setup. She tells me the same spiel about how Nicole is also tall, we have the same sense of humor, she's a waitress at a nice restaurant nearby, as well as other interests. Chelsea even tells me that she remembers one day that I chatted her up about The Walking Dead at work, and after work she was hanging out with Nicole, who basically repeated everything that I'd said earlier. We exchanged numbers, and later that day she tells me a time and a place. The plan is for Chelsea and her fiance, and for me and Nicole to double date. I creep Nicole's social medias, and it's pretty obvious that she is way out of my league. The morning of, she tells me we need to postpone. It sucks, but it happens, and we schedule it for the following week, same place. I come prepared. New haircut, new outfit, study the menu, everything I could think of to put my best foot forward. And I'm introduced to a very different Nicole. This Nicole is short, fairly overweight, and works at a daycare. I can tell from everyone's reaction that I'm visibly disappointed. I decided to go through with the date, but I just kept bringing the conversation back to what I knew about her, asking questions like, when did you get bored of The Walking Dead? How long have you been a waitress? And, oh, Chelsea mentioned you've been friends since you were kids. Chelsea was trying her best to talk her way out of it, but Nicole was visibly upset. The girls went to the bathroom, and the fiancé asked me what the hell I was doing, and I told him that Chelsea obviously meant to set me up with someone else. He said she did, but Nicole kept asking to postpone and clearly wasn't interested, so she found someone else more in my league. I gave him a sharp look, and he followed with, okay, she found another Nicole. The top comment is, everyone sucks here except the new Nicole. And I agree. Yeah, OP, it does suck that you got manipulated like this, but why are you taking it out on the new Nicole? She didn't deserve this. She didn't do anything wrong. She just showed up for a blind date that her friend Chelsea set up, and you show up with a chip on your shoulder and take it out on her the whole time. So I'm giving everyone except for the new Nicole 1.5 out of 5 buttholes. That was r/am I the butthole, and if you like this content, check out my podcast where I publish the exact same episodes. Also, hit that subscribe button because I put out new Reddit videos every single day.